This colored pencil butterfly illustration is actually easier to draw than it might seem. In this tutorial on how to draw a realistic butterfly with Caran D'Ache colored pencils, I explain exactly how I did it, guiding you through the process step by step. This butterfly tutorial using Caran D'Ache pencils explains how I shade and get smooth, gradual transitions between colors, and how I add details in a way that makes this Caran D'Ache Luminance butterfly look realistic. I don't cover sketching in this video, but if you want to know how I make sketches, check out my sketching playlist. You can find the link to the reference image in the description. I work on the body of the butterfly first, starting with yellow details so they don't get lost among all the dark colors. After adding those, I'm filling in the rest of the body of this blue morpho butterfly drawing with grey, and then adding black and dark grey to the shadows. Next, I add highlights. I then continue adding layers, deepening the colors, darkening the shadows, and brightening the highlights. For the wing, I'm adding the brightest value first, then the middle value, and then the darkest value. You'll notice that transitions between values are quite harsh in this early stages. That's fine. The main thing at this point is to block in the main values in this butterfly drawing with colored pencil. After adding all the shades of blue, I add the black. I actually don't like using Caran D'Ache Luminance black on its own. For this drawing, I mixed the black and the dark brown luminance pencils to get a nice shade of black. You can find the list of materials I'm using, including exact pencil numbers, in the description. Now that I've added all the main values, I start smoothing out transitions and blending everything together. I'm adding dark blue in the transition between black and blue. Next, I'm adding the black. I'm doing that by adding layers of black and dark brown on top of one another, pressing harder and harder and blending more and more. I'm adding white to the lightest part of the wing to preserve the brightness. I will later add blue on top, but this layer of white will serve to keep the blue bright. Now I'm smoothing out transitions between the mid blue and the bright blue. I then brighten the brightest part of the wing with white. Next, I move on to the dark blue part of the wing, where I'm adding black and dark blue for the darkest part and mid blue in the transition between the lighter and the darker parts. I then work on details, adding white spots and blue lines and blending them into the rest of the wing. I'm now adding white spots to the black part of the wing. In order to be able to add a bright color over a dark one like this, you need to use the right paper. The paper needs to have some tooth and not be too smooth. I'm using Arches watercolor hot press paper, but you can also use Fabriano Accademia drawing paper or Strathmore 400 Series Bristol Vellum. Finally, I add black lines on top of the wing. I start working on the bottom wing by adding the darkest blue first. I then add black to the darkest part of the dark blue, and then black and dark brown to the black part of the wing. After that, I add mid blue to the rest of the wing and then brighten the brightest part with light blue. I continue adding shades of blue to the wing in light layers to blend everything together and create smooth, gradual transitions. Again, I add white details over the black part of the wing. Next, I add black lines on the wing. I make sure not to make them equally thick and strong all over so they don't look too artificial. I'm also adding some light grey and a bit of white along the black lines. With the upper right wing, I'm once again starting with the lightest blue, then adding mid blue and dark blue. I then add black mixed with dark brown. Next, I work on smoothing out transitions between values. Once all the blue parts are done and blended, I add black lines on top, following the reference photo and changing pressure and thickness. Next, I add white details. I start working on the bottom wing of the blue morpho butterfly with colored pencil by first adding black to the darkest parts of the wing. Next, I add dark blue. I'm already starting to blend it into the black by applying more pressure in areas that are closer to black and less pressure toward the middle. Then I add light blue to the brightest areas and then mid blue to the rest of the wing. I then proceed to add more and more layers of different shades of blue to deepen the colors and blend them together. Next, I add black lines on top. I make them thicker and darker toward the edges and thinner and lighter in the middle of the wing. Then I add some white and light grey along the black lines to make them look more natural and realistic. I then brighten the brightest part of the wing in the middle and add white details on top of the black part of the wing, replicating the pattern I can see on the reference photo I used for this Morpho butterfly tutorial. If you like this butterfly realistic drawing tutorial, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more content about drawing. If you'd like to watch a longer video of this Caran D'Ache Luminance butterfly drawing and draw along, you can find the real-time drawing video in the description. If you'd like to watch a shorter version of this realistic butterfly tutorial, you can find the YouTube Shorts video in the description as well.